Well, hello loves and happy Sunday to you. So today we are using our collage paper like paint. I get the question asked all the time, okay, I've made all this great collage paper, now what do I do with it? Well, today is what you can do with it. And this, I'm doing just a small piece, but you can do this on large pieces, on journal pages. Use your paper like your paint. If you think about like putting a brush stroke down, you can use your paper. So we'll talk about that in just a second. Couple of things before we do. I want to let you know that today is the last day for pre-order for my new calendar. It is fantastic. I love it. I love every single bit of it, every single page, and all the different art that went into each month thoughtfully. And so today is the last day for pre-order for the calendar, and you still have time to use the coupon code for the Black Friday sale. That's still going on. And I think that's all I need to tell you. If I forget, I will put it in the video. So let's talk about today. So we are going to make this wonderful abstract, and it's all from paper, with the exception of some creams. That's it. All of it's paper, and my pencils. So I did use my charcoal pencil in Extra Soft, a Stabilo All pencil, and this is a water brush that you use for watercolor that has black acrylic ink in it, just Liquitex acrylic ink, regular old acrylic ink, like my acrylic ink. It works wonderfully. I love it. So everything else, with the exception of, I did use a little stencil, just a tiny bit, not much. I really wanted to keep this all tissue paper, and then my pencil marks. And that is it. But I used all different kinds. I used some printed paper for contrast. All these different bits and scraps of things that I keep that I'm always like, oh, I didn't end up using that one. Huh. I pulled out several pieces. This is just regular gift wrap tissue paper. It's beautiful, and it allows the underneath parts to show through, which is really wonderful. I thought I might use some, and maybe I did. No, I don't think I did. I think I used mainly all colored collage paper, and then I used a lot of this tan tissue paper to get this is all tissue paper with and like the lighter parts are paint, but the rest is it's all collage paper. All collage paper. And I love creating this way. It's so fast, it's so easy, cleanup is easy. This was a brayer off sheet, and that's most of my teal. This was a cleanup sheet. All of those can be used. This is tissue paper, like gift wrap tissue paper. All of it can be used like paint. And think outside the box. Like when you think about a brush stroke, think about like different shapes and things like that too, to create that kind of brush stroke look. So I did use some black gesso to stencil with. I used Liquitex Fluid Matte Medium and Matte Gel. Some of the tissue paper I used matte medium for because it can be a little bit fragile. And then the rest of the papers I used matte gel. I used a makeup sponge to stencil with, a black soft pastel stick, and then my pencils. And that is it. Super easy and so fun. And I mean, it didn't take me long at all to create and play, and I could have taken it farther too. I could have covered some up and then brought some back, and I mean, you treat it just like your paints, and it's just so easy, and you're using up your collage papers. Okay, so that is our project for today, and it is so free and fun. And I did this one. It didn't take me long. It was super easy. I just grabbed a stack of collage paper, and the reason I did that is because with the holiday season, with all of the things going on and starting, there's just constant, endless things to do. We've got them. it's nice to just come and play. And whether you do this, I did this on a canvas, but whether you do it on a canvas or just play in your journal, we need just that little bit of quiet to manage all of the things that are going to be happening or are happening within this season. And our creative time is just for us. It's for our souls. And so make it quick and easy and just play. Use your collage papers. It's just so fast and easy. So I hope this inspires you to get away for just a little bit, create your own little paradise and create something just for you and just play. Okay, my loves, I hope you enjoyed today's Sunday inspiration. I hope your Sunday is restful and peaceful. I hope your holiday, by the time you see this, I hope your holiday, your Thanksgiving, if you celebrate it, was good and filled with love. But most of all, I hope that you always, always know that you are loved. So I'm beginning with some scratchy marks, and I always, when I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen, I'll start with marks. It's a great way to activate the page, the canvas, whatever you're working on. It gets your hand moving, it gets your mind thinking about creativity. It's just that starting place. And whether any of these show or not, I don't know yet. But the point is to get here and do something first and to get into that creative zone. And so if by chance some of these marks do show, I may accentuate them or bring some back. This is also adding contrast right away. That black and white and those black parts peeking out add interest and contrast. I'm not thinking about keeping any of these. All I'm thinking about is getting started. And then the next easiest way to get started is to use a stencil. And again, I'm using black for contrast. And again, I don't know at this point what will show and what won't. And I'm not thinking about making sure that it shows at any point. This is just to get going. And then if I like what I see and I want to add more, I can. So I've started to kind of, go through my papers and see what looks good together, what colors make me happy, what inspires me. And typically I do kind of an offset composition where I have most of the focal area on one side, and then I move the colors around the piece from top to bottom. And that's exactly what I'm doing, but this time I'm doing it with collage paper. And I could make them round or triangular or misshapen or whatever I want and give them more interest. But what I want them to do is feel free and easy. The other thing I love about creating this way is I get to audition everything before it goes down. I can move it around. I can say, no, that's not the right color, or maybe I need to add something here. I can choose to make the area long or wide or that kind of thing. I get so many options putting together a piece like this. And you can see, I'm like, I love this paper. Where would it fit? So I'm auditioning everything. And at this stage, this doesn't mean that all of this will show. Just like as if I were painting. I start with the first initial inspiration and then I edit. Now using this tissue paper, it's kind of it's almost like a tea stain tissue paper. To me, is such a game changer when it comes to creating with collage, mostly with collage, is because I can get that kind of grungy, raw umber-ish color and without having to use any paint. It gives things an aged feel. It can push back something and make something not quite as bright. Lots of options with tissue paper in general, but with this color really makes me happy. I smooshed out all the rest of the lines because some of that charcoal pencil was smearing, and I'm okay with that. Now this tissue paper, so everything feels somewhat muted. I've got good color, good contrast. Now I've got spectacular contrast. That bold color draws your eye in and makes it exciting. And that's what I would be looking to do if I were painting. You can see how I've taken that color all the way around the piece, working in a triangle to keep it interesting, to keep the eye moving around. And I'm always looking for contrast, for what will stand out. And it doesn't have to stay, but getting contrast in is what makes a painting, a piece, exciting, interesting. So now I've got a kind of gray, cottage white, and gesso color or colors to kind of push back some of those marks, to blend in some of the edges of the paper. And these are thick, messy brush strokes. This is the only paint that I use for this piece. And so you can see I pushed things back now. Kind of covered up some of those lines, but then it felt like I took away too much of the interesting bits, so I just bring it back. It's always a dance. And this is the Stabilo All pencil, and it works really well wet into wet anything. Looking for just a little bit more interest on that side there where I put that black and white text paper. just kind of studying the piece to see. And what I do is I look at it and I squint my eyes to see where it feels like it's fading away or it needs more contrast. And now I'm going to kind of connect all the parts with this wonderful tan, tea-dyed, stained paper. I don't even know what to call it, but I love it. It's tissue paper. It's gift wrap tissue paper. That's all it is. And here with this tissue paper, I really am acting as if it's my brush strokes. I'm taking these little bits and pieces and connecting everything and pushing certain areas back that I want pushed back. And yet it's nice because it doesn't completely eliminate the area. Now that this is all dry, a couple areas I want to bring back. And that felt too dark for the area, so I just put a little water on it and lifted it up just a little bit, and it was perfect. Once I did that, I was like, oh, maybe I do need that dark. You always have to try because you can always pick it up. And that bit of contrast really sets it on fire for me. Now I'm just coming back in and cleaning up a few areas that maybe I need to clean up. That maybe it may have felt too busy or too something. And I decided to put the word freedom on here because this was so freeing, so calming, just quiet time in my space. No overthinking allowed. I've got my black soft pastel stick, and I am shading the edges. And that is it for this Sunday inspiration, and I will see you next week.